This is Manuka Subaru Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by USA Metal Roofs on MyTV.
Welcome inside Anthony Jake Sobeski Stadium. We're in West Pittston, Luzerne County. Tonight, the Wyoming Valley Conference and Lackawanna Football Conference collide as Scranton battles Friday Night Rivals team number 6, Wyoming Area. A pleasant good evening, everyone. I'm Bob Ide, and welcome to week number 6 already of high school football here on MyTV WQMY. Amanda Kuhl will join us on the sidelines and in the booth with me for this big game, former Tunkhannock area coach Jan Cechak. And Jan, the road to the playoffs starts tonight. We expect both of these teams to be in their classification playoffs at the end of October, but tonight could go a long way to getting some big points.
It really will, especially for Wyoming Area playing a bigger school. Those power points will come in huge at the end of the year, trying to figure out what their seating is going to be.
Let's talk about Scranton first. They're the visitors. Last time we saw them, they got shut out by Scranton Prep. But they rebounded last week with a great comeback against North Pocono. They ended up winning that game by 4. They trailed at one point 24-6. And once again, maybe one of the best players in our area does it again. 233 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. He's our Manuka Subaru Spotlight player, and that's Billy Maloney.
I said at our last broadcast, Billy Maloney puts on a clinic when it comes to the RPO. This young man is rushed for 534 yards, 6 touchdowns, and he also has, pass-wise, 568 touchdowns. Defensively, he's been their stalwart player at the free safety. He also has a pick.
Let's talk about Wyoming Area, undefeated coming in. They like to run the ball. They like to run it really well, and they have a guy who's going to Lehigh University who can run the rock, and that's our other Manuka Subaru Spotlight player, Aaron Crosley.
Well, Aaron Crosley, 6 foot, 205 pounds. He's rushed for 700 yards, 13 touchdowns this year. His career, he's at 3,600 yards rushing. I mean, phenomenal. But defensively, he's so well balanced. 10 solo tackles, 10 assists, 1.5 sacks, and he also has an interception. I mean, we got great 2 caliber teams going at it tonight.
Yes, we do. We talked to both coaches. They gave us our Toyota keys to the game. Let's first for the visitors from Scranton.
Well, they got a tall order trying to contain the run game, specifically Aaron Crosley, and they want to cut down on the turnovers. Now, for Wyoming Area, they want to stop the penalties and turnovers, and they're really counting big time on their special teams.
Well, no rain in the air. There's some clouds. Beautiful night for high school football in northeastern Pennsylvania. Let's check in now on the weather with Mike Susko from the Fox 56 News, first at 10.
Good Friday evening, Bob. Yeah, unfortunately this week I think we're going to be dealing with some scattered showers, especially in eastern Pennsylvania. Now, if you're in central Pennsylvania, you'll have less of a rain chance here. So most of this is going to be for eastern PA, but you can see those scattered showers in the forecast. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s here as we go through the night tonight. So for the Scranton versus Wyoming game, we're going to call a personal foul on weather here. Like I said, we will be seeing those scattered showers throughout the area. Temperatures will be mainly in the upper 50s, but that rain will begin to move out as we go further into the night. But for right now, let's send it back out to you on the field.
It's a collision between 2 conferences. Scranton takes on number 6 Wyoming Area. Next.
You're watching Manuka Subaru Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by USA Metal Roofs on MyTV WQMY.
Here come the Knights trying to look for win number 5 on the season as they're going to battle the Wyoming Area Warders, trying to stay undefeated. Welcome back, everyone. Before we get this game underway, let's go down to the third member of our crew, Amanda Kuhl. And Amanda, it's not too often we get to see these 2 teams square off on the gridiron.
That's right, Bob. Tonight is just the 3rd meeting between Wyoming Area and Scranton. Last year, Scranton beat Wyoming Area 38-7, and before that, Wyoming Area and Scranton met in 1991, with Wyoming Area coming out on top 6-0. Current Wyoming Area AD Joe Pisano was on that 91 Warriors team that went 6-5, but they did run into Berwick and Hanover, who were very good that year, and Joe said what an incredible team that was. In fact, one of the assistant coaches was walking by when I was talking to them, and he said, "Hey, Joe, 6-0.
Absolutely, and his brother, Jim,
Yes.
actually scored the winning touchdown. That was all the way back in 1991. That was only the second year Scranton even had a team. Of course, Scranton Central and Scranton Tech merged in 1990, so that was only their second season underway. So we're all set here in 2023 for the third meeting between these 2 teams.
We came back to the future. Nice.
We did. Spies. And we're underway here in West Pittston. A little short kick, taken one by the up men. That was Reese Whitman for Scranton, and the Knights won the toss. They said, we want the ball, and hopefully they do a little bit better than they did last year. Billy Maloney, we talked about him on our spotlight player. He is the quarterback. There you see his numbers, 8 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, but it's a lot more than what you see right there that paces this Knights team.
Oh, absolutely. With the run-pass, the RPO run-pass option, this young man really knows this offense inside and out. And don't let those 6 interceptions fool you, folks. Those are when he was under duress and a lot of pressure in his face trying to make something happen.
Nice trail last week, 24-6 to North Pocono. It'll be 4 roaring back, so they want to get things started quickly. This is Maloney. He torched this team last year, 233 yards. His first carry of the game, Jan, for 11.
Well, this is what makes him so dangerous. They run a lot of misdirections. You'll see right there, the good fake, and then they had the wing on the other side, pull in front of him. And this is what Billy Maloney is just, he does such a great job with the RPO on this.
He absolutely does. Over 1,500 yards rushing right now in his career, 15 touchdowns. He's had 7 games as a quarterback over 100. So after the Perfect Storm renovations first down, it's Maloney again. And this time, the green jerseys are ready for him. Number 3 comes up, Jacob Morgan for the hit. Here is the offense for Scranton, brought to you by USA Metal Roofs. We see Shadow in the backfield with Maloney. The wide receivers will try to get some into the game this year. Chris Chandler, Johns, Perez, and DeSandro, And there's your line. Watch out for the middle guy, the center, just a sophomore getting a start tonight, Jan.
They average almost 250 pounds across the board, and that's a nice size offensive line to have. They have a lot of juniors playing also.
First pass of the night is complete. That's up to Adrian Johns. Some positive yardage inside Warriors territory, down to the 39.
And Kevin Weedle came up, and he dropped him for that loss. Look at that. Great job coming in pursuit. Number 4 and number 5 coming in there. That's Aaron Crosley, our spotlight player, plays that middle linebacker position very, very well.
Wyoming Area comes into this game just giving up 9.4 points per game. Yardage, 138.8. But I think by far we can say this is the toughest team they've played so far this season, even at 5-0.
It's they definitely are one of the bigger physical teams that they've faced this year.
They did meet Crestwood here and beat them. Crestwood finally getting things on a roll. So big third down, and we have a timeout on the field. Coach is not happy on the Knights sideline.
Timeout.
There's our referees tonight from the Wyoming Valley Conference. Jim Gordon, we'll hear from him in the white hat. So 9:53 remaining, scoreless, first possession of the game. Both coaches, very good. Steve Shumbris, 6th season with the Knights. Randy Spencer, a long time here. Yes, Randy Spencer took his team to a state championship in 2019, his 16th season here with the Warriors.
And the only blemish on that record that year was to the other state winning team, Southern Columbia,
who they will meet later on this week in just a couple of weeks right here at Jake Sobieski Stadium. So Coach Shumbris talking to his team. You must feel this drive, even to open the game, is important for Scranton.
It really is. It's going to set the tone for the game for the Knights. They want to come out here and show Wyoming Area what they can do, how good they can be. And the nice thing is the confidence that the Knights have shown in pregame was that they know even if they get down, they can come back like they did last week.
So on the third down, play action, Maloney. Knocked down in the backfield. Great job back there. That's Josh Maruk, who put his hands up in the air and knocked it down, just a sophomore.
Nice job. They go with the I backfield. They go with the split back fake. And look at that. Good ups there by number 21 there.
Maruk, a sophomore, 8 tackles on the year. 3 for a loss, but a big back down right there. And the punt team down on for the Knights. I think Wyoming Area a little surprised that Scranton is punting, had to get some guys on late. Connor Dempsey, the fake. I was going to say Dempsey hasn't even attempted a punt. They fake it through the Knights. Wyoming Area wasn't ready. It's a perfect storm renovations. First down for Scranton at the 20, gain of 19.
What a great call at an early part of the game because you want to keep that momentum going. And these guys, and that was Chris Chandler. Look at that, number 11. Great job with the fake in there, and he does a nice job. He eluded the first hit, and he was able to get that first down.
So the Knights' opening drive looking very positive. They're inside the Kelly Mahindra red zone trying to score on their opening possession. Last year the Knights won this game. Shadow outside, nowhere to go. Crosley coming in to make the tackle for a loss.
Well, you'll see on the replay, number 55, Patrick Whelan, he's pulling here, pin and pull. He looks, and he missed his block right there. And again, Aaron Crossley, is not only is he a threat on offense, defensively he is a stud in there at that inside linebacker.
He had 20 total tackles coming in, 3.5 for a loss. Does Crossley, a senior, 210 pounds on his career. That's his 123rd tackle. They fake it. Maloney up through. Taken down, 2 yards short of the line to gain. But right now, Maloney's having his way on the ground.
And you'll see number 55 again. There he is in your screen, folks, led by number 20. That's the quarterback lead. What makes Billy Maloney so special is that quick burst he has getting through the line and reading his blocks.
The secondary guys had to make the tackle. Jacob Morgan and Kevin Weedle come up to stop Maloney. So third down now on the opening drive for the Knights. Maloney looking to the right, quick out. He has his receiver. Let's see who the mark is. Adrian Johns, his second reception of the game, right at the 10. So it should be a perfect storm renovations first down.
Well, the officials, they're not signaling it. Oh, there
they
we
are.
go.
So
Yep.
It is first and goal for the Knights of Scranton inside the Kelly Mahindra red zone. So a nice opening drive for Scranton, making the trip from Lackawanna County.
What a battle when we have Lackawanna and Wyoming Valley Conference teams going at it.
Good read by the linebackers. Rukowski in there. And also big number 63, Jacob Gasitis, the senior. Makes his 24th total tackle on the year. And that's for a loss. That's his 7th tackle for a loss on the season. And that's a big one for the Warriors.
They put their big package in there. You see number 60. He is a big young man. That's Mr. Jones doing a nice job in there. Taking up, he's eating up that space on that offensive line.
Tenth play of the drive for the Knights. Maloney looking. Has a man open in the middle. That's Chandler who had the fake punt, and Chandler is down to the 1, gain of 12.
What I really liked about that was how Chandler took the ball after the reception. Watch what he does here, folks. And he spins to the outside. That's where you want to go as a receiver. You want to get away from the defense. And he did that, and he got yards after the catch on that. Great job.
Chandler's first catch of the year, believe it or not.
That's a heck of a first catch.
So it's third and goal. Bunch package coming in for the Knights. Shadow, right side. Touchdown, Scranton Knights. Shadow's third on the season, and the Knights with an impressive opening drive.
Well, it really was. They go with the fake punt that set them up for this. They go double tight, power eye right, and look at them. They just moved everybody off the line of scrimmage. He does get stood up at the line there by number 4, Kevin Weedle, but just not enough. Too little, too late.
A Met bag in for the extra point. It is up and through. So an 11-play, 56-yard drive for Scranton. They lead this one early in the first, 7-0. Scranton leads. 5 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock on their opening drive. 11 plays, 56 yards. And the Knights looked impressive there as they get set for the Car Vision Nissan kickoff. Erzeri doing the kicking tonight, number 14. Back to receive for Wyoming Area. Weedle, Spiess, and Crane. That's a statement right there, Coach, don't you think, for Scranton on the road?
To come out swinging like that, to gamble it with a key first down on the 4th and short on a punting situation.
They did not kick it deep. Weedle picks it up. Good field position for the Warriors on their opening possession, right at their own 40-yard line. So the new quarterback for the Warriors this year hasn't played in 2 years, but he won the job. Anthony DeLuca, 6-foot senior. There you see his numbers. They are balanced, and that's what they wanted to be this year with Crosley in the backfield.
Well, everyone's going to be game planning and scheming how to stop Crosley. Now, you throw in that passing game with DeLuca in there. He's getting a better grasp of the offense that Coach Spencer runs here with Wyoming Area, and they could potentially be very lethal.
Crosley dotting the I. Gets the first handoff. He has a big hole. Rolls over a couple people. Shadow comes up in the secondary, has to make the stop. But a 6-yard game, Crosley's opening snap.
Watch the offensive line. They just manhandle at the line of scrimmage. They're getting to the second level. They're chipping the linebackers, which allows Crosley now to get major yardage, and that's where those free safety and the cornerbacks are going to be really tested all evening.
This offense averaging 40 points per game, as you expect, 250 yards on the ground. Paced by Crosley. Another big hole off the left side, and Crosley's gone. You won't catch him. Aaron Crosley, 54-yard scamper for his 14th rushing touchdown of the season.
And that young man has a great burst, great speed, and he's just coming off. I mean, he just ran 54 yards. Look at this. Great job of blocking by the O-line. Good burst. Look, there's no one there. He's looking. He knows exactly where he's going in the end zone. Check back, and now he's like, okay, he just walked down like it's normal business.
Liam Burke on for the PAT to tie this one up. Kick is up, and it is through, and we are tied here. 5:35 left, so a minute 5 drive, 2 plays. Just like that, we are tied. And how about the blocking, though, Coach? Real impressed with the blocking up front from the Warriors.
The offensive line is just dominating. Look at that. You see the double team. They stood him up. Their eyes are at the second level. The off man, they're shedding and going to the linebackers, and that's, wow. I'll tell you, this is a clinic tonight, folks, from the offensive line. Actually, both sides of the O-line have done a great job so far.
Crosley headed to Division I Lehigh, one of the few Division I players we have in the District 2, I should say. The other, of course, we'll see in a couple weeks, Aiden Black. He's the tight end from Delaware Valley, and he's going to Stanford. He's a beast. I saw him last week up front. But Crosley, what do you like about him when you first see him?
He's his physical size. It's what we call, when coaches would come recruiting, they call it the eye test. And when you look at a young man, how he is, how tall he is, how thick he is, he presents himself so well. He's a smart kid. Obviously, he's going to Lehigh. I mean, he's just a positive energy that comes off of him.
There you saw Maloney. We will tell you, number 10 for Scranton does not come off the field. So I don't know how he does it. Defense, offense, there you see he's back to special teams. Don't think they're going to actually kick to him. So Spiess does the kicking. Gage Spiess. They will kick it to the left side. It will actually go out of bounds. So Scranton, second possession, now up at the 35. Let's check out the defense for the Warriors. Brought to you by USA Metal Roofs. They run a 5-2, so a couple defensive ends in there. Sam Rao in the middle. Linebackers, very active, very good. We saw Crosley. Rakowski, 27 total tackles, 7 for a loss already. The secondary, very good. Weedle has an interception, as does Levkowski. He has 2 INTs on the season. Scranton's going to make them kick it again, Coach.
I like that call, because if you're a special teams kid, especially on kickoff, you're busting your hump down there on one play. Now they've got to do it again, and a lot of coaches won't practice that during the week. So this should be to Scranton's advantage.
Shadow Whitman back to receive, and Shadow picked it up, and before it went out of bounds. Probably a little mistake there from number 2. If he went it out, they would have to kick it again because they actually lost some field position.
A little bit, yes, they did.
So instead of the 35, it will be back at the 28 for Scranton's second possession. We are tied at 7.
So be interested to see how Coach Chambers comes out now with this. We know Maloney can run the ball. He already showed that. We haven't seen too much in terms of their halfback that's back there with him. So we're not sure what they're going to be doing. Shadow, we saw that he can score when they went to the power I. I think they're going to have to also rely on him a little bit more. Some play action in here, maybe some bootleg waggle type of look to try to freeze those inside linebackers a little bit if they're not blitzing.
Scranton coming off the big win over North Pocono. Early on, they did beat Wilkes-Barre, another Wyoming Valley Conference team. Crane coming in to make the tackle. Another tackle for a loss for this team. Rakowski in there as well as Reese Whitman went down.
You see number 23 from his linebacker position. Excellent job in there. Just waiting, reading, and then when he saw the door open, he busts through it and drops him for a loss.
Loss of 4. So the defense for the Warriors just giving up 102 yards on the ground on the season in their first 5 games. Maloney back, quick out to Shadow. He's quickly hit, makes the catch, but nice job by Morgan to come up. 3rd and long now, going to face the Knights.
This is what makes it difficult for anybody to defend. Very quick, look at Lefkowski, number 7 right there, Damian Lefkowski, the sophomore, really came up and really laid his shoulder pads on him.
So for Wyoming area, this is where you want to put Scranton, but you got to watch out. You have to account for number 10. Because he could run the ball here.
I haven't noticed yet if any of the linebackers are mirroring him. It looks like maybe 23. No.
Over the middle, Chandler makes the catch, and he has a perfect Storm Renovations first down. Kind of the same play we saw when it was 1st and goal at the 10. Same area. He makes a turn, and he gains 15.
Well, Chris Chandler's really coming into his own just in this game alone. Good time, get that ball off. That was a play prior. That's not Chandler there. That was Shadow on that reception. There it is. The other screen. Our preview screen just showed it, so I apologize, folks, for jumping the gun.
So a big 3rd down conversion there for Scranton to keep this drive alive. The last drive, they faked a punt. That kept it alive. So Scranton living on the edge, but so far, positive things happening for this team. Maloney, Rakowski got an arm on him. Nick Scalzo, just at 5'8", on the defensive line, also got through.
Well, you don't always have to be 6'4", 6'3" to play defensive line. When you're a little bit shorter stature, you really have the leverage on the offensive lineman because most offensive linemen like to try to stand up, and if with his just natural leverage, he's going to beat them every time.
Hands up again, Maruk. That's his 2nd one down on Maloney.
Well, the sophomore, 2 BATs on this, 2 bats down. That's nice. Good job for the sophomore. 6'1", 215 pounds.
We see what Scranton's trying to do. They're trying to get the ball out of his hands quickly.
Very quick. Look at this that upset he had. Both arms extended, really. And the more that young man spends the time in the weight room, the faster, stronger, and higher he's going to be able to jump.
They haven't thrown probably a 10-yard pass yet. Now they do have yards after the carry, yak yards, but nothing downfield. Let's see on this 3rd down. Here comes the big rush. Maloney flushed, host of jerseys looking at him, looks for his tight end. He would have been short of the first down. It goes incomplete, and the punt team will come on now for Scranton. And we do expect Connor Dempsey to make his first punt.
You'll see the tight end, he flexed over. He's going on an out pattern right there. He just didn't have his head turned around enough.
Weedle on the coverage for Wyoming area.
Well, that fake punt will now put a question mark on the Wyoming area punt return teams in their head. Each time now they've got to expect a fake on there.
Weedle and Spieth back to receive about their 25. High snap, low line kick, fair catch.
Did he?
And at the 31, I did see his hand go up in the air.
I didn't see his hand come up, but
yeah. So that's where Wyoming area will have it. Second possession at their own 31, 2:49 left here in the first quarter.
Well, one of the keys to the game for the Knights was to try to stop this potent run game that Wyoming area has, i.e. Aaron Crossley. And that big offensive line up there, they're doing a great job right now. And again, the smallest guy they have is a 185-pound senior at center.
6 guys crowding the line of scrimmage for the Knights. As Crossley gets it, he has a hole. Great blocking. He's into the secondary again. And a gain of about 14 and another Perfect Storm Renovations first down.
Well, what ends up happening, I understand why they went to a 6-1 defense, but once they get past that first level, Crossley's going to be getting huge amounts of real estate because the secondary is being drawn off by the wide receivers. So there's no one really at that second level other than one person.
Dion Ang, a sophomore, making the tackle. Number 5 again, up for almost 9, carrying Knights along. Maloney on the tackle, as was Del Centro, the defensive end.
I mean, Krulik at center, Van Auken at the right guard. Look, they have tight splits. They're just getting in man-o-man, mano-a-mano in there, and they're just moving their guys. And Crossley's such an experienced running back that he can pick and choose which gap he wants to hit.
He's got 83 yards already on the ground, and that's been all Crossley. He gets a Perfect Storm Renovations first down, taken quickly by Craig Pabst. So let's take a look at the USA Metal Roofs offense for Wyoming area. Well, Crossley, who's doing the blocking, got to give props to number 44, Barheit, leading the way. Weedle, Spieth, Maruk, your receivers, and boy, these guys up front doing a great job, Coach.
Wait, we have 2 juniors and 3 seniors up there, and they really are. They average 240 pounds across the board, and they're just moving the big guys from Scranton right now.
Crossley, another hole up the right side into the Scranton secondary, bouncing off players. Shuffling down all the way to the 20-yard line, 24 more for Aaron Crossley.
And this is where you see why Aaron Crossley was recruited by Lehigh. Look at what this young man can do. He gets a great block by Barheit in there. He bursts through. He bounces off one. Now he's coming up, avoids a second, and he started to almost make a third man miss.
Unofficially, my notes, 6 carries, 110 yards already for the Lehigh recruit, Aaron Crossley.
What a great first quarter to have.
He'll come out and get some water. Looks like Crane in the backfield. He fumbles the ball, and it's right into the hands of a Scranton Knight. Billy Maloney recovers it.
Well, Bob, you said earlier that young man does not come off the field. From his free safety position, he came up to try to stop the run, and you can see the handoff just wasn't there, and it goes right into Billy Maloney's hands.
So with 6 carries for Crossley, finally Crane comes in, and we have a problem on the exchange. We have a Scranton Knight down. I don't know if we'll see Crossley come off the field now again after that. So Scranton with a break. They get the ball, 107 left at
Here's
17.
that play. You can see Billy Maloney. Great job from our end zone camera guys. Excellent job. Just gives you that perspective like the player's view when you get that end zone shot. That's awesome.
Just Wyoming Area's second fumble on the season. And we have, I didn't get a number on the injury for the Scranton Knights. So far, kind of what we expected from both teams. A lot of Billy Maloney and a lot of Aaron Crossley.
Well, you have 2 of the top area players going at it head-to-head. They're going to do whatever they can to be successful for their teams right now. And the battle of the offensive line I'm going to say neck and neck at this point, but I think what's going to end up happening is I think Wyoming Area is going to end up wearing them down. All right, the young man's getting up right now. That's a good sign.
66, Coach. So that is Aiden Salazar, a 5'8 senior, starting defensive tackle who's being helped off the field. We hope he's okay.
Well, the problem with having Salazar go off right now is they've got to find somebody as a replacement right guard for him. So that next man up mentality, I know Coach Spencer's a very shrewd coach. He's probably going to tell his D coordinator, hey, dial something up over the right, our left side, their right side.
So after the fumble, the Knights have the ball. They go out into the I formation. Play action. Again, he has it blocked. And again, it's Maruk.
Well, it's interesting. They're flip-flopping their DN. And again, Maruk is just, I mean, he's just coming into his own in this game. That's his third tip pass today. That was that play action, the waggle action we were talking about, 55 pull. You see him in your screen. He's protecting for the quarterback. And again, that big, lanky reach that he has, he just keeps getting that ball.
So, yes, a bunch of Maruks, third Maruk of the playing here for Wyoming Area. Drew is concentrating on the javelin. So Maloney back and set up a middle screen. They do to Chandler. Chandler's got room. He's got blocks out in front. He's got a perfect storm. Renovations first down. And he gains 23 yards on that. And we're moving the chains for the Knights. That short passing game is working.
It really is, and they set this up perfectly. I would like to see that snap come down. Look at that. Great job. 77 downfield. You know, he's just trying to make sure he's doing his job, get somebody in a green jersey. And then number 3, Jacob Morgan, the junior, at the free safety spot, comes up and drops him for that loss. Or, excuse me, drops him.
Last year, Maloney hurt them with his legs, and he did it on the first drive. But so short passing game now that's working for the Knights. Here's Maloney. Wyoming Area has him. They stretch him out, lay a big hit on him.
There was just nowhere to go for him. I mean, he ran 35 yards to gain 2 yards on that. You'll see this. It's just a quarterback keep the entire way. Look at how the green, they're stretching it out to the sideline. Lefkowski comes up and makes the first hit. And then, again, great supporting roles by number 4, Aiden Jones in there. Johns, excuse me, doing a great job.
And Nick Scalzo had the big hit. So 1 quarter in the book. We're tied at 7 here in West Pittston.
Welcome back to Wyoming Area, where Wyoming Area and Scranton are tied 7-7 after the first quarter. I'm now in the Perfect Storm student section with TJ Kearns. He's a member of the lacrosse team and one of the leaders of our student section. TJ, what makes the Wyoming Area student section so special?
What makes it special is all these people out here to cheer us on. As you can see, it goes all the way to the top, and their team can't hear the ball snap.
So tell me about it. What do you guys do to support your football team every weekend?
Every weekend we come and decorate the whole stadium. We all cheer on the football team, all 4 quarters. We all paint their names up, and we try and support them as much as possible.
A lot of planning goes into this. It's Barbie night tonight and homecoming.
Yes, so we had our homecoming pep rally this morning. We then came right over, decorate the stadium, and right here.
Awesome. TJ, this is one of the better sections. What makes you guys one of the best in the Wyoming Valley?
I think we have to shout out our leader and our teacher helper, Mr. Lowitz and Mrs. Cephalo. And I think it's all of the seniors, juniors, sophomores, and freshmen that cheer us on.
All right, let's see something.
We are WA! We are WA! We are WA! We are WA!
Nice. But, Amanda, where's the Barbie outfit?
I was expecting pink, you know? Come on.
Come on, where's your pink? Great job by the student section here at Wyoming Area. So after the holding call, 2nd down and long now for the Knights back on the field. Maloney back, big rush. They get that middle pass again to Chandler. He fumbles, and it's picked up by Weedle. So after the fumble, Scranton turns it over with a fumble of their own. And are they saying he was down? They're discussing it.
Let's
It
see.
is Wyoming area ball.
Has turns, he has possession. And you see right in there. Now they come in there, working the strip is there. Number 4 did a great job. That was Weedle. He actually stripped it and recovered it.
First down.
So the ball at the 35-yard line for Wyoming area after the fumble.
Well, it's like Wyoming area is picking up right where they left off after they fumbled the ball.
It really is, right? So back to the I formation they go. Crosley back in, dotting that I. Play action. They have Maruk wide open downfield, and he makes the catch. Stiff arm for Maruk. A big gain, 30 yards, first and goal, Wyoming area.
So they just go with a quick play action, make it look like they're running the ISO, where the fullback leads, tailbacks follow, and they just block, kick out the end. Maruk does a nice job getting himself open, hauling that ball in, giving him a key first down.
A Perfect Storm Renovations first down inside the Kelly Mahindra red zone. For the first time tonight are the Warriors. They talk about balance. They need the balance. Crosley gets it jammed up, bounces outside. Scranton's there, and they make the tackle at the 1. Nice job by the Knights to string out Crosley, but he almost powered his way in.
Boy, he just tried to stiff arm Ray Wabowo. I apologize if I butchered his name. You see number 18 right there? Oh, excuse me, that's Billy Maloney.
Maloney. So Maloney comes up to make the tackle on Crosley, and it's second and goal now.
That's 205 versus 165.
Back into the power I. 5 gets it, and 5 jumps on in. And for the first time tonight, Wyoming area takes the lead. So they turn the turnover into points.
And very quickly, they have been scoring so fast, not a lot of time. You saw they were in power I, the power back went to the right, they run the ISO to the left. Great job by his fullback there. Always, all season long, he's done a tremendous job of blocking for him in there.
Ball height was in there,
Yep.
and number 35 was in there, Coach.
Yep, he was
Rutkowski.
he was the power back that went to the right.
So the Berks PAT is up and good, 14-7 here in the start of the second quarter.
You're watching Friday Night Rivals on my TV, WQMY.
Yes, they have something to cheer about. Their team is ahead now, 14-7. We're set for the Harbinger Nissan kickoff. Spieth has it teed up. Maloney back to receive. Nice strong hits. This should be Shotto from his 11. Comes up. Weedle makes a nice special teams tackle. And the Knights now trailing in this one. Have the ball right around the 25-yard line. Okay, Scranton has to do what now? What's working for them?
What's working for them is I like their play action pass. The only problem is they have that one guy out there, number 21, that keeps blocking the balls on their quick passes. But again, Maloney does a great job with the RPOs, so I think they're just going to keep going, feet, give them the rock, let them go.
Well, Maloney does touch the ball almost every down, so what he does kind of dictates what Scranton and how successful the Knights will be.
And again, Coach Schumber has said his players got this extra jolt of confidence after last week's come from behind victory.
They're going to run Maloney. Wyoming area is ready for that. Morgan comes up from his safety spot, and Maloney will lose 1 yard. So you figure, well, 233 yards last year. He's not doing that again to me.
No.
So the green jerseys are ready.
You saw that, again, the free safety came up and made that hit. So he's, to me, that's telling me he's their spy. That they're going to sell out. Okay, you're not going to throw the ball deep. We're going to take our free safety, and we're going to mirror Maloney with him.
30th tackle on the year from Morgan. His second TFL of the season, and a big one right there puts Scranton in second and long. See if they go back to the short passing game. Maloney looking, no one open. Finally drops it off. Nice move by Johns, and Johns gets a positive gain out of that. It'll be 3rd down and 4 now facing Scranton.
And Johns is down.
And Johns, you said it, we have an injured Scranton Knight.
This was a great heads-up play by Adrian Johns on this. He's at there, he did a crossing pattern, and he made himself available to the quarterback for that short reception, which he turned into yards after, and he got about 6 yards on that.
Morgan with the tackle, and Gasitis kind of fell on him. So here's what Scranton faced this season so far. We saw them against Prep. Well, they rebounded with a big win last week. Doesn't get any easier, folks. In Division I of the Scranton-Lackawanna Football Conference, they have to go to Valley View, then Abington, Delaware Valley, and they end with Wallenpaupack.
That's a heck of a way to end your schedule, get you ready for playoffs. You got to be healthy, especially to try to run that gauntlet right there. Valley View, we know, is undefeated. Abington Heights has done, Coach has done a great job up there with the Comets.
And they meet tomorrow.
Yes.
They meet in the pit tomorrow. I'll be up there, Valley View and Abington Heights. And then Del Val with a big upset last week over Scranton Prep by 10 to knock them from the undefeated ranks. And then Scranton hanging in there in 5A. We'll look at standings later. But, that 5A kind of being tossed around, probably going to be between Scranton and Abington Heights.
Well, I'll tell you what, I just like Abington, we did their game with North Pocono last year, and we saw they just shot themselves in the foot.
We're going to take a quick timeout as we check on the injured Scranton player. 9 minutes left in the half. As we come up, we see a ball being passed by Maloney downfield, caught. Let's see if we get a replay on that, because Maloney, he tried to escape. He was running around for his life, threw the ball downfield. Nice catch downfield for Scranton by Shadow, and it's a Perfect Storm Renovations first down. Up near the 43-yard line, so a gain of almost 20 yards.
Bob, you said he was running for his life. He not only had one, but there were 3 green jerseys that he eluded. He dropped back actually 15 yards from the line of scrimmage to get that ball away.
Johns came up. He was taken off the field. Get a report on him later. So Maloney out to his tight end, goes incomplete.
Well, Chris Del Santro, the sophomore, 6 foot, 210-pound tight end, made himself open. You see that he just does a delay out. He's open, and the ball was just overthrown. I like what Scranton's doing. They're keeping the Warriors on their heels in terms of the pass game. They don't know, they can't commit what Billy Maloney's doing. Is he going to run or is he going to pass? And it's causing a little bit of hesitation on the defense for the Wyoming Area Warriors.
Little inside reverse. Chandler has it. Positive gain. Hit down hard by Crosley. So bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, Chris Chandler, he knows that he's having a key part to this game. They just go with that little flip on the reverse there. And Crosley didn't bite on it. He just did his job and laid solid hit on top of Chandler.
Yeah, Scranton needs someone else to step up other than Maloney. Maloney will lead the way, but they need someone beside him if they're going to win this game. So a big 3rd down here right near the midfield mark. Wyoming Area is guessing who gets the ball. It will be Maloney. He's got a hole, and he's got a first down. Weedle comes over to make the tackle, gain of 4, but they'll move the chains for the Perfect Storm Renovations first down.
Weedle's having a nice game so far in this first half of the football game. Great fake in there, but number 2, carry it out a little bit longer. That's all you got to do. You snapped your shoulders, Shadow, run it up into the offense or the defensive line a little bit longer.
So a new set of downs now for Scranton. Down 7 after an opening drive of this game. It lasted 5 minutes. Maloney all day, gonna go downfield and has a receiver. What a catch
By number 21.
by Oliver Almonte, the senior.
Great job. Look at this. He's got lots of time, not too much pressure up in the middle. Steps in, places. Good job. High points the ball. Number 21 does an excellent job there.
29-yard gain for a Perfect Storm Renovations first down, and Scranton is inside the Kelly Mahindra red zone looking to tie this one up.
Well, Bob, you said needs some help. He's getting it from Chandler. Now he's got Alamonte in there. He's got Shadow in there.
Good protection, though, by the offensive line. That middle screen set up nicely and almost intercepted by Michael Crane, the junior.
This is so tough as a defensive lineman. You're coming all out. You're like, holy, I'm going to get the quarterback. And all of a sudden, it's like, stop. You got to retrace because they're throwing the screen at you. When you're not getting blocked, there's something going on. So we got 2nd and 10, Coach Schumbers. What are we going to go with right now?
Well, the good thing is they've been able to throw the ball. That should loosen things up if Maloney wants to run it. Maloney with time over the middle. In and out of the hands. Big hit put on back there in the secondary. Weedle and Morgan as Shadow had it and then had it jarred.
I love the play call. Talk about being aggressive. He had it. He led him. He has it. One. He just didn't have control. He didn't have that second foot down. Look at that. That's great. And good heads-up play by both sides there trying to hustle for that ball.
So 3rd down now. They can get a first down. Maloney time, set up another screen, and it's batted down, the 4th of the game. This time it wasn't Maruk.
We'll spread that out, number 63.
Was it Barheit, or was 63 had it? Okay. Gasitis. Yeah, Gasitis got a big paw up there at 6'2". And 4th down now. So 3 incomplete passes in a row for the Knights from the 16. Maloney with time, little fade to the corner, incomplete, trying to hit Almonte, and Wyoming Area holds on downs.
Great job by the secondary there, Bob.
4 incomplete passes in a row after that big 22-yard gain had Scranton knocking on the door.
He's got time. He gets the ball down. He just led him a little bit too far to the outside. And you see number 18 in there doing a real nice job on secondary coverage for Wyoming Area.
Well, the Knights showed they can move the ball, but they just couldn't punch it in that time. So now an opportunity before the half with 6:11 left for Wyoming Area, and we're going to have a timeout on the field. Called by Scranton, probably to get a breath, as some of these guys are going both ways.
And well-deserved. I mean, Billy Maloney, you know, your free safety starting quarterback, return guy, does need some type of hydration and a break in there. So, again, the game it's not out of hand. This game is so close. They've got to do the things smart way, and that's what Coach Schumbers is doing with his team right now.
So we talked about Wyoming Area's schedule coming in. Tunkhannock, a nice win for them. We saw Tunkhannock start out strong. Honesdale got their first win last week. Crestwood, Nanticoke, and last week a big win over Hanover Area. 2 shutouts in there. Their opponents' records 9. What did I say, Coach?
9 and 16.
9
both
and 16 for both teams coming in.
Which is how ironic that they're both 9 and 16. But if you look at that schedule, and I'm going to say it, Holy Redeemer. You know, I mean, I give them credit. They step on the field every week. They give it everything they got, but they just don't have enough. Lake Lehman, they're in a rebuild process this year, so that's going to be deceiving for Wyoming Area as they go into Southern Columbia because we know how great that the Tigers are.
Well, this is why this is an important game for Wyoming Area. Where are they at this point in the year at 5-0? You know what I mean? And where will they be? Because right now they're in third place of the District 2 4A standings, and we know that 4A is extremely ultra competitive as Crosley gets hit for a negative gain, his first one of the night.
And that was number 73, Dajier Weeks, 6'3", 290-pound junior.
Who actually replaces the injured Salazar, who
Yeah.
went off before.
And does a great job up there. I mean, he really does a great job getting to his alignment and gap responsibility.
Crosley pitch. Good job by the Knights again to string that one out. Deon Ang, a sophomore, according to the roster, number 6 makes the tackle.
Look how they're stringing it out. And right there, number 6 does a great job blowing it up at the line of scrimmage, forcing the lead block back, which allows the rest of the Knights to come up and stop him.
So what I was saying, an important game now for the Warriors to see where they stand. Southern Columbia obviously will be a match, a big test. And, of course, they beat Southern Columbia the year they went to the state final. DeLuca back. They're long, gets it out, a little short on the pass, trying to hit Spieth downfield. So the punt team for the first time tonight comes on for the Warriors. So, again, not to berate the point as we look at this play again, but how important is this game for Wyoming area?
It's huge. I mean, they're the most physical, biggest team they faced all season. A team that has a winning record, a team that is bigger than them. So the power points, I mean, this is, I'm not going to say the key to their season, but this is what they have to do week in and week out. They've got to start dictating how they're going to be playing against these bigger teams.
You can't, I mean, you can control only so much of your schedule, as we talked to Randy Spencer about. They play in Division II, which is down this year a little bit in the Wyoming Valley Conference. High snap. Turner gets the kick away. And Maloney down there, and he'll let it go out of bounds. And we'll pick this up in a second.
Tomorrow is another nonstop all-day college football Saturday on Fox. Game 1 kickoff is at noon with 4-0 USC against the Colorado Buffaloes. Then number 2 Michigan battles the Cornhuskers in Nebraska. Get your fill of college football tomorrow only on Fox 56.
So after the offenses did a nice job, both defenses come up big. One with a turnover, and then a nice job by the Knights holding the Warriors down there, and a 3-and-out, their first one of the game, and especially holding Crosley. He had 110 yards coming in already.
Again, the defense, they respect Crosley. I think they might have been a little bit intimidated that first quarter. They've settled in, and now they know how to play their defense. And we have a penalty.
So points are important for Wyoming area tonight.
False start. Number 55 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Well, I've been singing the praises of number 55, the left guard, Patrick Whelan, the 5'11", 200-pound junior guard. Obviously, he got a little anxious. He knew he was going to be pulling on that one, and it just went a little bit early. This
is the end of a 2-year cycle, so numbers will come back out in October, and we'll see by next year, are they 4A or 3A for Wyoming area. They're right on that border. They don't know yet. They know they want to upgrade the schedule a little bit going into next year. So next year, everything kind of changes. We'll see where people are at. Maloney, nowhere to go, gets carried forward. As we have someone on the sideline got hit there, one of the chain people.
So, again, quarterback design keep. And, again, he just turns his back and keeps his legs, and he gets about 5 yards.
Looks like everybody is okay.
So he got the penalty back, so now it's second in a little bit, I'll say 11.
Short passing game has been working for the Knights tonight. Chandler, who came in with 0 passes, has a bunch already.
Like I said, he's having a great night.
Tried a little jet sweep. Face mask coming in. Good tackle out there by Maruk. Good string getting it out there wide, but unfortunately he pulled down the face mask right in front of the official. So a loss on the play, but we suspect we'll be picking up some yards for Scranton on the face mask. Coach Shumbris, I think he wants
Face mask on the defense. 5 yards into the end of the run. Still second down.
I think he wants the 15-yard
He
one,
wanted
right?
the big one, yeah, the personal foul one. So we'll see it here. You see he's coming across. He gets a stiff arm out, but yeah, he did that. I think Coach Shumbris has a legitimate point on that one. That wasn't an accidental. That was a definite grab.
Yeah, but it's third down and long now for the Knights, right about the 47-yard line. 3:52 in the half. Scranton had the early lead, 7-0, 14 unanswered for Wyoming Area. On this battle of the Wyoming Valley Conference and Lackawanna Football Conference. Like to see these crossovers.
And I'll be honest with you, the Lackawanna the last few years has dominated the Wyoming Valley Conference in games.
Three-man rush. They're going to just roll out Maloney. Can he get a block to the outside? Yes, but Maruk comes stringing in again, throws Maloney back for no yards.
Boy, I'll tell you, that looked like it was going to be getting some yardage, but Maruk does a nice job. Look at that, just stringing it out. There he is, and he just lassos him down.
Maruk just a sophomore. And a lot of young players on this Wyoming area team, folks. They're going to be good next year, even without Crosley.
Well, one of the things when you have a dominant running back like that, they don't let them stay in 4 quarters because they don't need to, because they've been dominating so many games. It gives the younger kids a chance to really develop and show what they can do.
Big third down, little screen, and it's read by Crane. He almost picked it off. Wyoming area saw the screen twice. That one they picked it up. Here comes the punt team again.
Again, Bob, they're setting it up. I like that they tried to do in the flare, but they're just, to their credit, Wyoming area's credit, number 21, we've said his name a lot tonight. Ruck is just not having any of it now. They fooled him once with it, not again.
Watch the snap here, a little high last time. Timeout Wyoming area. 2:45 left in the half. Toyota halftime report is coming up. We'll check in on the Fox 56 News first at 10 and see what they have. We'll check in with any PA builders, with Toby. Coach and I will be back in the booth with some scores and highlights. And Amanda will chat with both coaches. That's coming up in the Toyota halftime report. Also coming up, Coach, tomorrow, the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins start training camp.
Wow.
I know. That's right up Amanda's alley.
That is. She said her husband, Derek, who plays for
Dallas Stars.
It is Dallas. Yep.
Dallas this year, so she'll be heading down to Texas soon. But we will have 6 games right here on MyTV, WQMY. The first one coming up on October 21st as Springfield takes on Wilkes-Barre Scranton. And you know who's happy about that?
Who's
Wyoming area's Rob Belza.
Good old
Extremely
Bells.
happy that to have the Penguins back on MyTV. High snap again. Connor pulls it down. Again, just his second punt of the season. It takes a Scranton bounce, and it will go out of bounds right around the 6-7 yard line. Let's see how much they're moving up. 29-yard line, Wyoming area, 2 timeouts, up 7, 2:38 left in the half.
I think we're going to see a steady diet now of Mr. Crossley just running the ball. And why not? You got one of the best running backs in the Wyoming Valley Conference. He's hard to stop. He's a big physical runner, and he's got great burst.
Over 110 yards already just in the first half for Crosley. They do have one big completed pass, but they've been in this bunch formation, I formation, pretty much all night long. Scranton did a nice job last time up front. They do a nice job there. Crosley, hard to take down. Hosts the Knights, finally, the whistle is blown, but somehow he got out of there.
Do you see? And this is, folks, this is why we say about weightlifting in the off season. You saw he had 2 or 3 or maybe 4 Knights around him.
5, 6.
Yeah, and he just kept his legs going. And you just see that body strength, especially the lower body strength right here. He's still on his feet. He didn't go down. The officials blew it down.
Crosley, his career high yardage, 352 yards and 4 touchdowns against Tunkhannock last year. There's a big hole for Crosley. Sheds Maloney, has a Perfect Storm Renovations first down, up to midfield. 29-yard gain, and the clock will stop momentarily.
Look at that. Great job by the offensive line. 57, Chase DeSanto and Andrew Steinberger. Both juniors lead blocking like that counter tray action.
19-yard game. I gave him an extra 10. Back to Crosley. Big hole again, left side. Schottel with a shoestring tackle, or that he could still be going. Just a gain of 4.
They're just going to keep running. There's the ISO, and again, I have to give props to Luke Barhart, the 5'11", 200-pound senior fullback who doesn't get a lot of touches, but his job, and he doesn't mind doing it, is to lead block for Aaron Crosley.
Crosley now again. Scranton there.
They run a scissor play. Fullback goes to the left, and Crosley comes to the right. And you see 57, Chase DeSanto came from his left tackle spot as the lead blocker.
Clock still rolling. Again, 2 timeouts left for the Warriors. And they will get the ball to begin the third quarter, so an important drive here to tack on more points.
And Aaron Crosley came to the sideline. He's a little winded right now. And again, he's just such a workhorse, a strong young man.
Well, they talk about those 8 middle minutes. That's what I've heard a lot lately. The 4 at the end and the 4 at the beginning. This is where Wyoming Area wants to score, get the ball back, score again, and they can put this one out of reach. Scranton says we can't let that happen.
They can't let it happen. And even if it does happen, they have the confidence. Again, Coach Shumpert really said he had a great week of practice because the kids were charged up because of that comeback victory they had last week against North Pocono.
And they did that in the second half.
Well, we always talk about it's always about 4 quarters of football. It's never comes down to just one play, and both these teams understand that and realize that, and they're just going to keep battling all evening.
Of course, Scranton won last year 38-7 up at Memorial Stadium. Wyoming Area coming back from a disappointing 2022. They find Crane. He's up for positive yardage. About 10 Perfect Storm Renovations, first down.
And they're quickly on the ball, going no huddle. Just a real quick hitter.
An incomplete pass goes down, 33 seconds left.
Well, they intentionally grounded that ball to save, preserve one of their timeouts.
So it's a first down. I think the difficulty here for Scranton, coach, tell me if I'm wrong, is, they could give the ball to Crosley. You don't know if they're going to run it or pass it.
Well, I think Crosley stayed out that last series. That's why they went to 1 back. So he's back in now in the I formation. And you're right. Now, if they do a screen pass to him, that could be devastating.
Well, the officials see something with the center. Some blood or something on the center, so they have to bring a new center in. That's
Cody Mead.
Cody Mead comes in, hasn't even took a snap.
Talk about putting pressure on someone.
They get the snap off. DeLuca going to go back to Maruk, and what a great job in the secondary by Connor Dempsey, reading that from the beginning for a loss of 3.
Well, that was that screenplay I was talking about, and why I was saying if they give it to Crosley in open field in space is very devastating in terms of running. Great job there. Look at that, number 3 getting up like, yeah, go ahead, bring it on. That's Connor Dempsey over there. Great job, the 6'3", 155-pound senior.
Came in with 10 total tackles, a tackle for a loss, and that will be a tackle for a loss as well, and it's a big one because the Knights defense wants to hold. So 3rd and long now, facing 24 seconds left in a very entertaining first half here in West Pittston. Beautiful night for football, no rain, I really love this stadium. It has a great high school feel.
It does. It really, a lot of tradition here, a lot of pride from the community. Yeah.
Absolutely. Of course, 2019 state champs. Can't miss that in the front of the stadium. A lot of sponsors, so a lot of support here in the Wyoming Area School District.
And that's what makes it really special because they have a ton of alumni here. I mean, grandparents that played here. It's just amazing to see this type of history.
So a big third down here before the half. Play action. DeLuca, all time, going to go downfield. Has a receiver. Nice defense by Almonte, I believe, coach, down there, number 21. Yep,
yes.
The senior, as Weedle was stringing down that sideline.
And you'll see just nice play action pass. And he goes, oh, that was the screen play. That was prior. Here we go to Weedle. He rolls to his left, goes back to his right. Just missed timing on that one.
Well, Almonte's 6'4", so yes, it's tough to get over him as a quarterback.
The Wyoming Area does not have any timeouts left.
Fourth down. Crosley on his feet. Crosley fighting for all the yards he can. Crosley going to be short of the first down by 1 yard.
Again, I love the coaching that takes place. This is a well-coached running back. Well, look at this. He has the ball in his left hand. He cuts back to the right. Watch what he does. He switches the ball right there for ball security just to make sure that if it gets punched out, it's going to go towards the sideline.
Well, let's give props to Scranton.
Their defense held.
Great defense. They hold, and they get the ball on downs. So they don't give up that all-important score before the half, as Wyoming Area will get the ball to begin the third quarter. And the defense is starting to hold. I mean, they had a couple. Crosley had some big runs in that first possession. The fumble gave him a short yard to Wyoming Area. But Scranton's defense and Wyoming Area's defense have really raised their game here in the second quarter.
They really have. They've been doing a good job containing Maloney. They're forcing Maloney to throw the ball, which I'm sure Coach Spencer said that's one of the things that we're going to have to do. And and Scranton's defense is doing a good job keeping Crosley now in check.
That was 9 plays for Wyoming Area. No points on the board. Halftime is here. Wyoming Area, the home team. They lead Scranton 14-7. Amanda's going to catch up with Coach Randy Spencer, get his thoughts on the first half. But really great playing, I think a great half for both teams.
That's it. Well, we'll go to Amanda right now.
Let's go down to Amanda right now with Coach Spencer.
Coach, you have to be incredibly pleased with your defense so far, but how would you assess your team's performance in the first half?
Well, happy with the physicality, both sides of the ball, but some mistakes, again, mentally. And, just situationally, I think we had some long yardage opportunities to get off the field. And credit to Scranton, they made big plays. Maloney, again, you see what he can do athletically, extend plays and create a play when there's really nothing there. So, again, happy, but at this point, 24 more minutes to play. And against a team like that and a competitor like Billy Maloney, you got to play to the end.
Coach, what's going to be the key to close this out in the second half?
Again, just physical play every snap like it's the last snap you're going to play. You play with that kind of urgency, discipline, focus, and again, just be aware that the plays, they're extended in a game like this. When you have an athlete that can extend plays, they're not 4 to 6 second plays. They could be a second play, played it all the way through the whistle.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Thank you, Amanda, and thank you, Coach.
Yeah, it was great.
Coming
great
up,
insight.
The Toyota halftime reports on the other side, and then we'll have the third quarter coming up here on MyTV, WQMY.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals on MyTV, WQMY. At the half, Wyoming Area leads Scranton 14-7. For the last 5 weeks, we had the chance to talk to Toby Grisenda from NEPA Builders about raising the roof. Let's check in with him now in the studio to learn more about raising the roof and how you can nominate a deserving family in our area for a new roof.
Hi, I'm Toby Grisenda with NEPA Builders. I'm proud to announce the second annual Raising the Roof contest is back. Raising the Roof is a partnership of NEPA Builders, Fox 56, and 84 Lumber to replace a roof for a local family in need. Last year's roof giveaway was a huge success, and we are excited to give back to local families who need a helping hand.
I was completely surprised. I didn't know that was even possible. I had several tumors throughout my body and had to undergo cancer treatment, radiation, chemotherapy. I can't say enough about these people and how wonderful it is that they're doing this for us today.
Send in nominations for a local family that you feel could use a helping hand right now. Go to nepabldrs.com to nominate someone today. Join us in building a better Northeast.
Before the game, on behalf of Manuka Subaru and MyTV WQMY and Friday Night Rivals, we're happy to present the Wyoming Area School District a donation for $250 to Eric Spees, the principal, and Joe Pisano, the athletic director. We bring it back up to the booth. They're what we call the Brady Bunch house tonight in Wyoming area. But, well, we're seeing a great game, 14-7 to score.
We really are.
Really, the way Scranton came out and drove down the field, you thought this would be a good game, and maybe Scranton might have, more points on the board in the half of Wyoming Area. With Crosley in his legs, they came right back, scored 14 unanswered.
They really have. And what I liked about what Scranton did, they came out and they had some trickery ready to go, and they did. They got a key first down on a fake punt, led to a score. Wyoming Area came right back. Aaron Crosley, 15 carries, 153 yards so far in the first half, and 2 touchdowns. And then the other spotlight player we talked about, Billy Maloney, has 114 yards passing, 28 yards on the ground. So this is a good chess match we have going on right now.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at some first half highlights. And again, Scranton moved down the field. An 11-play drive. Shadow actually gets the touchdown, but Scranton making an early statement on the 56-yard drive. But Crosley, well, he does Aaron Crosley-like stuff. Head of the Lehigh University, 54-yard scamper, his second carry of the game.
I love the end zone shot right here. Look at this. And you get to see what he sees. He jumps up over for the second touchdown. They were in a power I formation, short yardage, and that's where we stand, 14-7.
That was after a Scranton fumble, so it was a 30-yard drive, and Wyoming Area stands with a 14-7 lead. So both teams expected to come back out on the field and then do some stretches. But before we head back to the field and get ready for the third quarter, we're going to head and check out some national highlights from Friday Night Rivals from around the country.
The best Thursday Night Lights and Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country.
Boone looks over the middle, has a man wide open, caught at the 10, making a move, hurtling into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Jalen Moore breaks one. Pezzi's. Moore is loose. Breaks another. Come on, Jalen. Cut it back. Jalen Moore. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 touchdowns. Looking to throw. Pressure.
Oh!
He gets hit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and
Holy cow.
first and goal. Far over the goal.
Pass complete for a Viking touchdown.
Keith Henry with 11 seconds left.
Placement, it's up, and it is going to be good! 52-yard field goal from Caleb Willis.
Cates has time, goes to the end zone, did he catch it? He catch it, Lineker! Mason Lineker from the 1.5, hand off to Cates. Is he in?
Is he in? I haven't seen the signal.
He's in! Williamsville wins! Williamsville wins! Wow! 36-35 in overtime.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals on MyTV. WQMY Wyoming Area leads Scranton 14-7 at the half. Coach, an incredibly tight game. How important is this first possession?
It's a huge first possession. We got to get down and cover the kick, and our defense is going to have to do a good job here stopping Crosley and hopefully getting a 3 and out for us to get the second half started the way we want to.
Coach, what was your message to the team at the half?
We're built for this. We've been in games all season, tight games. We know how to play this game. Let's go out and play Scranton football in the second half.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
Bob, let's head back to you.
Well, we re-emphasized trailing 27-6 third quarter last week. They came back to beat North Pocono, did the Knights, in a shocking fashion. 33-27. So, yes, they are built for this. They have been in tougher games than Wyoming Area has.
But again, I think this is probably their toughest game also. We talked about Wyoming Area's challenge. This really, Scranton, I can't say enough how much confidence those young men have on that sideline right now, and coaches. They know that this is going to be a dogfight.
Well, they did have a tough game against Prep. They got shut out in this game, but, there's no excuses, but they were coming off the Bell game. They didn't seem emotionally attached to that game. This one, they come back. They know they can come back. They have the confidence. Wyoming Area, they have to come out, and it's this possession of the third quarter is vital for them. You don't want to start doubting yourself, I guess.
No, and I think that we're going to see a steady dose of Aaron Crossley, as we should, because he's the best running back we've seen so far this year. I think what's going to mess with their the defense, Scranton's defense, if they do like a play action, because they keep doing that ISO play, fullback leads, and Crossley's following. If they do a play action in there, and Crossley sells it really well, they'll probably hit their tight end, which we haven't seen yet.
Which we did see. They hit Marouk for that big 30-yard gain.
Yes, they did. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So that was the big gain to get them to the 1-yard line for their second score. We have some games going on around the area as we check out some district standings. Mid-Valley and Dunmore going head-to-head. Dunmore, folks, rebounding from last week's loss. They're beating Mid-Valley 19-0 in the third quarter, trying to take that top spot in a very competitive 2A District 2.
And Riverside was doing a number. I'm trying to find their score.
Beaver Falls,
Beaver
right?
Falls, I believe it was 34-0. So, yeah. Lackawanna Trail 41, Old Ford 0.
So Jay Irizarry, doing the kicking tonight. As Scranton shuffling things around. Probably going to be a short kick for Wyoming Area to begin this third quarter. Pretty even in total yards. It is a little squibber. Weedle, called his name a lot tonight, comes up. Wyoming Area will have the ball, very good field position on their side at the 43. So here comes Crosley and company. 153 in the first half.
I mean, he averaged 10 yards a carry, so, I mean, that's amazing. And he just takes control of that offense and makes life easy.
But let's remember, he had 6 carries for 110, so 40 after that, right? So 9 carries. So Scranton did a nice job at least containing him the second part of that first half. So let's see what they can do now. Do they come out throwing or give it right back to their workhorse?
Well, they're playing a 7-man look in front to cut that down.
Crosley bowling over people for 6 yards. Shadow came up and took the hit from Crosley. But a nice hole again.
Well, again, when you put that many men on the line of scrimmage, it doesn't take much for a running back then to get those yards after the first initial contact because there's not much at the second level.
Wyoming Area's not doing anything fancy, Coach, right? They're just putting two tight end set.
They're just playing smash mouth football.
Nice cut by Crosley. Has a first down, which is coming back. Flag comes back from the referee, most likely holding.
Let's see what we do. Again, this is just what he does so well. Just runs that inside zone, bounces it to the outside, and there was a hold back there.
Yeah, behind the play, didn't pick it up there, so this will cost Scranton 10 from the original line of scrimmage, so bring up 2nd and long now.
And that's what Coach Spencer was talking about, the mental mistakes that they're making that they hurt themselves with. They had a potentially nice short. It would have been 2nd and short. Now it's 2nd and long.
Crosley again, a hole. Couple guys there in white jerseys take him down. It's going to be about 3 yards short of the line to gain, but a nice 9-yard pickup.
Well, I think they're setting something up. I saw number 11 out there lined up at the one tight end, and he drug across. He didn't really make contact with anybody. So I'm wondering if they're going to be coming across with him.
Brzezinski.
Yes.
Scranton loading the box, expecting the run. They get it. Crosley. Nice hard tackle by Maloney, standing up Crosley. And he's going to be past the line to gain. It will be a figure law first down, and they'll move the chains.
There we go. Look at that. 44, Barheit does his job spectacularly. Takes on the linebacker. Crosley bounces it to the outside, and then they stopped him, but he did already have the momentum, already had first down, and they drove him back.
Scranton's defense gave up 293 yards this year on the ground to West Scranton in the Bell game. Just a quick note, Crosley hurdling. Taking 4 white jerseys just to stop him.
Yeah, the entire secondary of Scranton coming up and trying to contain him and stop him. Watch this. They go with that split back action, fullback left, tailback right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Scranton Knights in there. I mean, he's a physical specimen, and that's why, he got recruited for one AA school, Lehigh. He's going to get a great education, and he's going to have some good times playing football.
How about 66 to the Knights, Aiden Salazar? He was hurt in the first half, so he's
back.
He lost his helmet on there. And just smiling. He almost had Crosley for a loss. Play action. Going to Weedle. Back down to the sidelines, and it's in and out of his hands. Shadow on the defense. Brings up 3rd and long.
Weedle had that. The ball was just a little late getting there, and that's what gave Shadow time to come over from his safety position to cut that off. You'll see he drops back, hand fake, pumps, just right out of his reach.
Yeah, Weedle came in with 5 catches, 2 touchdowns, did have one long of 43. So position now for Wyoming Area, needing to pick up a first down, their opening possession of this second half. And good hard count, we'll break that in half. That will go against the Knights. Good job by DeLuca. 3rd and 5 now.
Defense. Dead ball. Encroachment. 73 on the defense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Now if you're Wyoming Area, you most likely hand the ball off to Crosley.
Well, it's in there. It's in his wheelhouse, a 3rd and short, or medium, I should say. But that was great voice diction on the quarterback DeLuca's part to draw them off sides for that easy 5 yards.
I think we got maybe a clock issue or something. We'll take a quick timeout. 9:39 here. We'll stay right here as the officials sort this out. Sixth play of this drive for Wyoming Area. They have 1 first down so far. Back to Crosley. Tripped up behind the line of scrimmage. Keeps his balance. Has a figure law first down. Maloney chases him out of bounds. But we're going to have a gain of 8. We have a flag down, Coach?
Scranton player down.
Another Scranton player down. This is Salazar. Looks like Salazar again, who was injured in the first half, 66.
Look at how he just, Crosley can stop, accelerate, cut, and keep going. Maintains his balance.
Most competitive District 2 matchups we think will come down to this 4A. Crestwood's the defending champs. They're losing to Wilkes-Barre last time we checked. Dallas, Valley View, Wyoming Area all battling it out for the top spot, but just to get a home game in the first round. But I think you can't pick a winner here.
Yeah, I mean, the top 3, they're battling week in and week out. They have business at hand. Crestwood has been, I talked to Coach Arcangeli 2 weeks ago, and he was just perplexed why they haven't won. And he knows why, but he didn't want to say. North Pocono, Coach Dolan, same thing. He was has higher expectations. They lost last week late in the 4th quarter. Tunkhannock has had a nice season under Coach Keating, and Honesdale got their first win, and it looks like they're on to their second win.
Yeah, next week, those two guys in the middle, North Pocono, Wallenpaupack, we will be up in Moscow, Lackawanna County, for that matchup between North Pocono and Wallenpaupack. Starting at 7 o'clock, and we're heading into October, 5A, where Scranton is. Again, Abington with that big game with Valley View tomorrow. Scranton battling it out here, currently losing. But the key is Delaware Valley. They play those 3 tough games. They upset Prep last week. They have North Pocono tomorrow afternoon. So, you know, they're the key. They're the defending champs. They're 0-3. People are like, oh, they're 0-3.
They're terrible.
They can run the table.
They can. And the teams they played were, I mean, they're not slouch teams.
No,
they're
Selinsgrove Grove they beat.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean,
Harrisburg, and then Downingtown East. Very tough teams.
I mean, you get down to that Suburban 1 league down there, and they have 6A schools everywhere. So, and it's really difficult for Del Val to try to find schools that are the same size as them. And Coach Olsemer, I mean, again, he's been there for a long time. He's been around the block, played at Penn State. He knows what it's like. And his kids were just waiting for their time to shine. I mean, they got better. They had a new quarterback. And he's obviously gaining his confidence and momentum.
Well, you saw Aiden Salazar needing to be helped. We hope he is all right. The 5'8" senior, injured in the first half, did come back. So now I think they're trying to adjust the clock.
There's a sideline warning.
Sideline warning, okay.
Yeah.
So first down, and figure law first down on this opening possession in the third quarter. 7th play of this drive that started at their own 43 for the Warriors. Back to their workhorse, Crosley. Maloney takes him head on. He can't take him down. Still battling Maloney. And finally ridden out of bounds after a 9-yard gain. Hit at 5, then gains 4 more.
I don't want to say it's an unfair advantage, but Aaron Crosley is just such, I'm going to say, a man amongst boys right now. Look at that. He's running people over, puts his shoulder down. Very reminiscent for me as Jim Brown. He's going to punish the defenders as opposed to taking a hit.
If I'm Coach Shumbers, I'm worried about Maloney taking him head on. You lose him on offense, look out.
Well, that's the 1/3 of their game. Well, 3/3.
Yeah. So figure law first down now for Wyoming Area inside the Kelly Mahindra red zone, putting a nice drive together on a very vital opening set here in the third.
And you see Barhart does his job. He commits to the right. Aaron Crosley didn't like what he saw, bounced it to the left, and he gets positive yards.
Scranton Knights defense needs to hold here. They don't want to go in the hole. So 2 tight ends set with number 5 dotting the I. Number 5 will get it. Crosley again. Scranton had penetration. They hit him, and he falls forward for about a 2-yard gain.
That was Javon James, the 6'1", 288-pound senior coming right in there. You see he gets on him, but again, he just slips right off, and then number 20 comes in to clean it up.
I mean, you're not talking about any slouches of small guys on Wyoming Area, right?
No.
I got 270, 250, 270, and 230 up front.
The average, like I said, 241 pounds across the board. The lightest guy in there is their senior center, Krulik.
Play action. Maruk wide open again down the middle. Easy pitch and catch. DeLuca to Maruk. 17-yard strike. Wyoming Area touchdown.
And that's what we talked about at halftime, that they're going to get the playmakers or play action pass going, and they're going to hit a tight end, and that's exactly what they did. I mean, Crossley carried the ball on that drive probably 98% of the time.
Maruk's second touchdown of the season, his second big catch of the evening. And Burke on for the PAT to give Wyoming Area a 14-point lead. 7:24 left in the third. Warriors out in front. Wyoming Area on a 10-play, 57-yard drive, 4:26 off the third quarter clock. And they scored 21 unanswered now, lead 14 over the Knights. As Scranton will get the ball once again. Shadow from his 20 head of steam and is taken down by Weedle. So Maloney and company back out.
So we'll look at this touchdown. You see how he just, Maruk was writing your screen. He just arc released straight up the field. And again, he had just great position on number 21. So 21 from the green beat the 21 from the white team.
So Maloney last year, remember, 101 yards against this team on the ground, 133 through the air, 234 total yards from Maloney against Wyoming Area a year ago in that big win at Scranton. Now he's got to lead his team back, and hey, you almost say Scranton, we got it right where we want it. No hand on that. Chandler again. Big night for him. He's up. Levkowski with the tackle. 12-yard gain. Figueroa first down.
Nice job. Now, instead of they're going with that swing pass in there, which is going to help them in terms of not getting it blocked. It's getting it out there. You saw him, Ruck was kind of hanging there back. He didn't really commit to the pass rush. He was hanging at the line of scrimmage.
Chandler's been the key receiver tonight for Maloney. Came in with no catches. Already has 3. Maloney, shed sack, tackles himself. He's off to the races. Billy Maloney is in for a Scranton touchdown, folks. 50 yards, and they answer back quickly.
We just saw the burst in the speed that Maloney has. Watch this. Oh, great job. I love this end zone. Look at 77 lead blocking. Come on in. Maloney tucks it back in, cuts out, and look at this. He's just off to the races. Nice job, Billy Maloney.
I think it's all being set up by the passing game from Scranton because Wyoming Area now has to play both.
And they were they were down the red zone in the second quarter. 4 straight plays. They went with the pass.
So Emmerich,
trickery.
Trying to go for the 2 points. They don't get it. Kind of surprising there. So the 2-point conversion is no good. And now Scranton trails by 8, 6:32 left. Amanda, it's homecoming. It's Barbie night. Who do you have?
That's right. I have our homecoming queen, Catherine Potter. Catherine, congratulations. What a special honor it was to be voted homecoming queen by your peers.
It is so special, honestly. It just feels so amazing.
What was that like for you? What was your reaction when you found out that you were named the queen?
Well, I was trying to prepare myself just in case, anything happened, but when I heard my name, it was honestly it just felt so good.
Catherine, what are you involved in here at Wyoming Area?
I'm a captain of a cheerleading team, I'm in the drama club, and I'm in some other smaller clubs.
Nice. What does this Wyoming Area community mean to you? Everybody showed up for homecoming, so what does that mean to you?
I know, it's so special because we have such a large community here and such a large student section that cheers us on every game. It just feels really special.
You're usually on the sidelines for games, but what is it like for you today being in the student section?
I really miss cheering, honestly. It was fun seeing it from a different perspective, kind of. Yeah, I really miss cheering with my friends, though.
Awesome. Well, Catherine, thank you so much, and congratulations. Bob and Jan, let's get back to you.
If I'm mistaken, Liam Burke, I believe the kicker, is the homecoming king.
He was homecoming king, and he's had a perfect night. He's 26 for 26 now on point after attempts.
There you go. So after the 2-point try, Scranton gonna just squib this one down to Weedle again, and big hit. Good job by the special teams from Scranton.
That was number 32.
Matt Carrera, a junior.
Did a nice job. Boy, he came down and he really wrapped them pretty good.
So now the defense back on for the Knights, trying to hold down
Boom.
Crosley.
Right in there. Nice job. I'm telling you, I love that end zone shot. Thank you, guys.
So in the first half, it was a long drive by Scranton, matched by a 2-play drive for Wyoming Area, tied up. This last time, long drive by Wyoming Area, Scranton, 2 plays, touchdown. So now defense needs to come up big for the Knights. Crosley back, dot in the eye. 170 yards already for him. He makes a move well into the secondary one more time. Figure law first down again, 12-yard gain for Aaron Crosley.
Well, Patrick Whelan, number 55, the junior, trying to take this on from his linebacker spot. You see right in there, he comes up, and he's trying to wrestle him down. And Aaron Crosley has just got great body awareness and balance that he's really difficult to bring down. More importantly, they got another first down, and they're just going to chew this clock up with Aaron Crosley, using his legs.
Coming up on the 200-yard mark unofficially for Crosley. Bouncing off players, bouncing it to the outside, Aaron Crosley. Into the secondary and shoves down another Scrantonite player. Knocks him out of bounds, but a huge gain for Aaron Crosley into Scrantonites territory.
Well, Memphis Shadow from his cornerback position, he gets housed on this. Look at this. He cuts, zigs to the outside after shucking him. Now watch this, folks. He's going to boom. He just leveled him. That was, number 11. Wow, that's Chris Chandler. Playing both sides of the ball, playing very well. I'll tell you, the fourth quarter, the Scranton defense is going to be sore.
Yeah, 212 yards so far for Crosley. Adding on to that, up forward again for the Lehigh commit. Randy Spencer's really going to push for him to be in the Big 33 game. Of course, Randy, part of the PFFCA, as we have an injured Warrior down. Randy, really pushing for Aaron to get in the Big 33, and he has a chance.
I'll tell you, now he has 15 touchdowns on a year. He's rushed now for almost 1,000 yards in 6 games. There's no reason why he shouldn't make it. Coach Spencer's done the right thing. You have to be part of the Pennsylvania Football Coaches Association to get your players nominated, and Aaron Crosley's, just his credentials, his resume, should speak volumes.
Friday Night Rivals top 10 look for this week. Troy hanging in there in Double-A, leading their way in District 4. Danville winning tonight. Valley View faces Abington tomorrow. Prep beating Wallenpaupack. We're here, Wyoming area. Dallas winning.
Yes.
Lackawanna Trail pouring it on Old Forge. Jersey Shore winning. Steelens Grove beating up Mifflinburg and Southern Columbia. Having a tough Southern Columbia time with Montoursville, but they're winning. We'll check on a score. There's your top 10 Friday Night Rivals, and you can watch Amanda and I every Tuesday night. And check out the new top 10 for this week on the Fox 56 News at 10 o'clock.
Well, Southern Columbia has just been getting off to slow starts. Coach Roth has said he's a little frustrated with the mental mistakes that his team's making, which is leading to those slow starts.
So Crane getting a carry. Michael Crane, the junior, his second carry tonight. The first one he had a fumble on, but we have a flag coming in. This may be coming back.
Holding, 76, offense, 10-yard penalty, still second down.
Crane banged up a little bit, but that will not count.
Well, and you'll see Van Hawkins, guilty party there, getting called for the hold. Nice job by the Scranton defense. And you see number 10 in there, Billy Maloney again, making his presence known. Southern Columbia is up 21-0 as we speak, third quarter.
So Scranton gave up 289 rushing yards this year to Prep. Right now, Aaron Crosley has 212 himself.
Amazing.
And they go back to number 5. Scranton, though, putting a push there. And somehow Crosley comes out.
I'll tell you what, Scranton's defense did a great job collapsing that line of scrimmage, pushing it back. But this is where that strength and the willpower of Crosley comes in. Well, look at this. They stuff everything at the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, and he still manages to make a positive out of a negative.
Chandler barely got Crosley down. Gain of 4. So third and now facing Wyoming area. They're at the Scranton Knights 30, so you figure it's 2 to get 1.
Yes.
2 downs, right?
Yes,
third and fourth down to get a first down here. So do the Knights stay on the ground, Warriors stay on the ground, or do the Warriors go to the air? Let's see. Timeout Wyoming area. They're going to want to talk it over.
Now they have a different backfield in too, a different set. Lidge Kellum, the 5'10", 150-pound junior, came in for Crossley. And they went more to like a split backfield there.
So a big possession here, 21-13, 4:03 left in the third. Between these two teams, next week again we'll be at North Pocono. Wallenpaupack and the Trojans fighting for spots in the playoffs, 4A playoffs. And seeding should be a good game up there. And then the following week we will be, you'll be gone, and I will be at Delaware Valley at Valley View.
That's going to be another great game.
Special announcer there.
Mr.
Hey,
Fashion.
Yes. The season always flies by, doesn't it?
I can't believe it's week 6, Bob. That's why I was like, when Steve said, hey, guys, it's week 6, it's like, holy smokes.
Steve, our producer, good job by our crew in the truck tonight and doing the camera work. So a big third down here. DeLuca looking, nice out route. It's caught, short of a first down.
That's Lidge Kellum, who lined up at the wing back, and you saw his speed, he just broke to the outside. He's coming into your view right there. He just does an out pattern. Nice job. Great ball right there. Good ball control. Gets to the outside, spins to the outside.
Needed 14, got 15, so it is a figure law first down inside the Kelly Mahindra red zone again for Wyoming Area, trying to add on to their lead. Back to number 5. Carrying players, still going. The scrum all the way down to the 12.
I mean, you see right here, one player he's dragging, 2 players, 3 players. I mean, you know he's getting the ball. You have to stop him, and that's where it makes it pretty easy for the offensive coordinator here from Wyoming Area. Okay, what are we going to do? Give Aaron the ball.
8.7 average in his career per carry, folks. Over 3,300 yards coming in. Scranton there with a push, but Crossley tough to go down. Good job by the Knights. James on the bottom.
It's taken 4 and 5 players to bring Aaron Crossley down.
Patrick Whelan as well.
The offensive line doing a nice job trying to create some holes. They're taking advantage of Scranton's aggressiveness. The offensive line's just turning their shoulders, shielding, because they know Aaron's got great vision when it comes to running.
2:21 right now for Crossley. Big third down here for the Knights as time keeps ticking here in the third quarter. DeLuca keeps it, and DeLuca's got a first down and more. First to goal, Wyoming Area. Anthony DeLuca up for 9 on the fake.
Well, that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to start spreading that ball around, especially when they start getting into the playoff situation. There's going to be teams that are bigger, faster, stronger. Look at that.
Even faked out John Gumble on the sidelines.
And that takes a lot.
It does. So a big play there from the junior quarterback, DeLuca. And back to number 5. Crossley just pushing the pile, and he's held up at the 1. Call it the 2.
They go their double tight, power eye right, and they go ISO left. He gets tripped up, he keeps his balance, keeps his legs churning, and again, 3-4 Scranton Knights it takes to stop him and bring him down.
Another long drive for Wyoming Area as time of possession becomes critical. They started on their own 38. This is the 10th play of this drive.
And Bob, again, the way that they are controlling the clock, we saw Scranton 2 plays and can score. Keep it away from them so they can't.
Crossley, no signal. I think Scranton held him up, believe it or not.
Nice stop by the defense there, number 68, number 55. You see Whelan in there and Javon James doing a nice job. Taking on the double team and splitting it. You saw how 68 there, he's on his butt, but that's what he had to do. He split it and he fell on his butt, clogged the hole.
Barhide, Rutkowski, the fullbacks. DeLuca gets a shot, and DeLuca goes in off the left side. Touchdown, Wyoming Area. Anthony DeLuca, his first rushing touchdown of his career.
Now, I was wondering, he looked like a guy that just scored his first touchdown. Look at this. He does a nice job. He was patient, jumped over, made the score, and then when he got up, boy, was he was like, doing the curly shuffle there. I mean, good for him.
Some cramping going on for Wyoming Area. I believe this is Maruk with his helmet off. It's not hot and humid.
But he's playing both ways.
Both ways, and for the most part, how many quarters have starters played for Wyoming Area, even in 5 games, right? So you have big leads going into the second half.
They can usually spell everybody.
Yeah. So Burke on for the PAT, trying to keep his perfect streak in line. Lipkowski going to hold it. Snaps low, but he gets it down. The kick is up, and Liam Burke is good. So the king of the court adds 1 point, and the Warriors are up now 15 over the Knights.
NFL on Fox this Sunday starts with the NFL kickoff show at 11. First game begins at 1 with the Washington Commanders taking on Jalen Hurts and the unbeaten Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds! Then at 4:30, the New England Patriots travel south to battle Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Fox NFL Sunday, only on Fox 56.
Now, I want to know why you didn't say Go Cowboys. Was Go Birds written in the script?
No, I improvised.
You improvised? But you didn't say Go Cowboys.
I couldn't.
Is mad now.
I know. Coy could be mad, but I don't want to lose my job with it. I really would like to say.
Hey, folks, if your listing says that the Eagles game is not on Fox, that is wrong.
That's wrong. It is.
It is. The Commanders and the Eagles will be on Fox at 1, followed by the other team, that one with the star.
With the former America's team, known as Dallas Cowboys.
So 2 nice long drives in this third quarter for the Warriors. They've controlled the time of possession. They've put up 2 touchdowns now, and it's a 15-point lead. But again, Scranton has that quick strike ability.
Boy, they would love to get that back right in the third quarter. Get one now.
Burke with a nice kick again. Shot from his 21. Ridden down by a host of Warriors past the 35, and Maloney back out.
You're watching Friday Night Rivals on my TV, WQMY.
So how quickly do the Knights have to score?
I would have to say I would love to see them get one right now, because going into the fourth quarter, we saw the Wyoming Area can take 6 minutes off on the drive, and they're going to take their time just feeding the ball to Crosley. So they need to get one quickly.
Maloney, little quick out. Alvante, we saw a couple kids from Almonte, the senior.
And we saw Gage Speece, the left cornerback, come up, make that first hit, the 5'7", 155-pound junior. Again, quick release, quick ball. Again, they're playing smart. The receivers are just going to the dead zone. Wyoming Area is playing a little bit of a soft coverage, so stop. Don't run to your defender. Stop and turn and look for the ball.
Scranton in the district final a year ago lost to Delaware Valley, 24-21. And they had 5 returners coming back on offense. So back to Maloney. He gets through. He has a figure law first down, and Maloney's still on his feet. How hard is Crosley to take down? Well, how hard is Maloney? Billy Maloney shedding tackles all the way to the 10. No flags down.
And Weidel making a literally a shoestring tackle to save that touchdown. Well, that was a quick scoring we were trying to get to in the third quarter. Now we're going into fourth quarter.
56 yards for Maloney. The Knights trying to punch it in and cut into the Warriors lead. They'll have to do it in the fourth quarter here on MyTV WQMY.
Welcome back to Friday Night Rivals on MyTV WQMY. It's time now to meet our figured law firm Scholar Athletes of the Night. So we met Javon James 2 weeks ago in Scranton. So let's look at Javon again. He's a Scholar Athlete and he's a 4-year letter winner in both football and wrestling. He's a member of the National Honor Society and Political Science Club and participates in dual enrollment and takes AP classes and has a 4.0. Javon is his class vice president and he volunteers with the Pancreatic Cancer Network. He plans on playing football in college and will study political science. And from Wyoming area, Nina Angeli. Nina is on the field hockey and track and field teams, and she's a member of the National Honor Society, Student Council, the E-Board, and History and Key Clubs. She's a mini-thon volunteer and volunteers in her church. After high school, Nina will attend Michigan State University to play field hockey. As always, every week it's an honor to meet all these Scholar athletes, and I swear every week it gets more impressive. The list just goes on and on. Everybody's involved in so much. I'm not sure how they do it all.
Amanda, you're going to have a heck of a time trying to figure out who the winner is at the end of the season.
Okay, well, she doesn't. I do.
Oh, okay. Well,
Amanda
Bob,
gives her
you're going to
input,
have
but
a
she
really
wouldn't be
difficult
here.
time.
Our committee will. I just don't pick.
I know.
Our committee will have a tough time. And as two big plays for Scranton, one a pass to Almonte.
Yep.
To number 1. I think it was 21. Was it Chandler?
It was 21? I thought it was Chandler. Okay, well.
And down to the 2. Maloney there tried to take it in. So we need that quick score from Scranton, as Coach said. But I think, do we have a flag down? We do.
Illegal formation on the offense. 5 men in the backfield. 5-yard penalty.
Okay, this
Still second down.
Backs it up to the 7. So here's the first play.
Yeah, it was to number 11.
So that was Chandler.
Yep. That's okay. Yeah, 21 was there.
Yeah. So then there was a penalty. So now it's second down and goal inside the Kelly Mahindra red zone for Scranton. Maloney being chased. Maloney pulls it down. Maloney in and over. Touchdown, Scranton. Billy Maloney from 7 yards out.
Well, again, we just started the fourth quarter, and they only chewed up. Here, well, let's watch this play. He was definitely looking for the pass, but there's a little bit of pressure. You see number 53, and again, he just hits. And what he does, what I really like Billy does, he spins. So after the contact, he spins. That's where he gets those yards after contact.
Okay, they have to go for 2. They're going to go for 2. After Maloney takes it in for the score. 28-19 is on the board.
And they only took up 29 seconds in the fourth quarter to get that.
An important 2-point conversion. We really don't need it here. Maloney in, trying to hit a quick hitter on the inside to John Perez, goes incomplete, and it remains a 2-score game for Wyoming area. But you mentioned the time. How about a minute 29 off the clock to a quick score for Scranton?
And that's 2 quick scores they had. And this is where Coach Spencer is very leery of Maloney. You heard him say right before the half that young man can extend plays where you think you got 4 seconds, 5 seconds, and he's making it 8 and 9, and he's making things happen with his feet and his arm.
Well, what do you need to run out a clock? You need a strong running game. Well,
check.
Check, right? 236 yards on the ground for Aaron Crosley.
Solid offensive line, check.
Yep.
Physical offensive line, check.
Yep.
The defense is going to be key for Wyoming area to try to stop now that quick hitting of the Scranton Knights.
Well, I think the key is the defense for the Knights. They need to stop Wyoming area at least once
to
here
get the ball
in this fourth quarter to get the ball back, because it's a 2-score game now. If they made the 2, then you cut it down to at least a touchdown. But now you're at 9. That's no man's land, kind of, right?
It really is. I mean, they obviously don't have a strong kicker.
Yeah.
Again, there's no reason to be chasing points, so I would love to ask Coach Shumbris at some point, what made you think about a 2-point conversion on the second touchdown, but.
Right. That's the difference. That's the difference. Okay, so Ahmed Beg now going to do the kicking. The Car Vision kickoff is a deep one, taken about the 17-yard line by Litwick. And he has a nice gain up past the 40.
Lidge Kellum,
excuse me. Lidge Kellum. This junior returns it. And Wyoming Area has good field position.
You see, he does a nice job reading that. Look at his eyes looking downfield, trying to find an opening, gets there, keeps hitting, spinning, and moving, and sets the Wyoming Area up in great field position at their own 40.
Let's see how close Scranton, how many guys will he put on the line of scrimmage? Well, they put a lot because they're in a tight set for the Warriors. Crosley hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he's taken down. The Knights know what they need to do, and they do it on the first play at least. Big number 73 in there, Coach.
Dajir Weeks, again, 6'3", 290-pound junior, having a great game so far. Look at that. He takes out wrong arms, and then he comes up and collapses it. Nice job by the Scranton defense right there. Bob, you said, what do they have to do defensively? They're putting 11 guys basically in the box. There's, 5 yards deep, and they've got 11 guys in there.
If Wyoming Area runs a play action, it's probably going to be wide open. Everybody's moving. Who's pointing? Everybody's pointing at everybody. Coach, I'm pointing at you. You're pointing at me.
We're pointing at the officials. We'll tell them who jumped.
What's a kind of big penalty here? If it backs up Wyoming Area 5 yards, that brings up second and 17 versus second down and 7.
Dead ball. False start.
Wow.
On the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
So, Coach, talk about the mental game going into halftime, and there's a mental mistake.
Well,
he's 76 moved. Was he reacting? That's for the official to decide. They said no. So let's see now what Wyoming Area's play call will be. Up 9. Still a lot of time left in this game. Play action. Looking for Weidel down the middle. Weidel in and not even close to. Double team down there.
Well, there was max protection. They had their double tight end flanker set, and they kept everybody home. They didn't slide any tight ends out on that at all. It was a one-man pattern.
Almonte and Maloney back there. Lucky's not intercepted.
He just led them a little bit too far. But again, they did a nice job of the clamp bracket coverage on that.
Anthony DeLuca did not play football for 2 seasons. Came out in the preseason, won the starting quarterback job. So we know he's a great athlete. He already had a touchdown. They're going to go to the air again. Here comes the rush. They don't get him, and it's tipped and almost caught. Looking for Weidel again. But Ray Waboa, a senior, got a hand on it, knocked it down, and the punt team now out.
There was a huge defensive stance there for the Knights. Great job. Look at that. Nice job tipping that ball. Good coverage that time. The Wyoming Area Warriors, they sent 3 guys out into the pattern, which stretched the Knights' coverage, but they did a nice job. Linebackers actually did a great job dropping the hook to curl.
Turner on for the punt. Maloney back, Shotto back. High snap, but he gets it down. High kick, end over end. Maloney lets it go, and it takes a nice Warrior bounce inside the 30. So that's where Scranton now will have it. They check their box off. Play good defense, right?
Check.
So they get the ball back. 9:59 left.
Good, decent field position. Check. Now, Billy Maloney, don't just – I understand he's such a competitor. He's going to try to win the game, but it's still early in the fourth quarter. Just do what you've been doing. Stay true to the offense, and good things will happen.
I think last week they hit Monte or Shadow over the middle to win the game on a pass. So Maloney will get the ball in his hands, but what will they do with it? They'll start in the shotgun from the 29. Pump fake. Big arm going down for the 6 for Amante. Double coverage. Good job. Lefkowski and Weedle back there.
Well, we saw on the pattern that he ran, he did a stop and go and did a nice job sucking the cornerback up, and he got past him. But then great secondary coverage by number 4, Weedle in there, playing from his safety position, his strong safety position, did a nice job taking that inside route away.
Okay, my question to you is the same now as it was before. How quickly does Scranton need to score?
I'm going to say they have 2 minutes to score. Oh, guess who tipped it again?
Baruch. Is that 4 tonight?
That's 4.
Yeah, trying to get at the Shadow, but that defensive end getting his hand in there 4 times tonight. So 3rd down now.
Well, Billy Maloney's going to have to do a little bit better job. I think personally, he does a great job. Don't get me wrong, folks. But if he sees where Maruck is, throw it to the opposite side, because he's had 4 tips now that break up those plays.
One successful play I remember from the first half is the screen pass. So
Yes.
let's see if they go to that now.
Well, they haven't come back to that because Wyoming Area really has done a nice job shutting that down.
So a chance for the Wyoming Area Warriors, stopping the Knights up 9. Here comes the blitz. Crosley chasing Maloney. Maloney gets away from both tacklers, and he's up, and he's going to be close to the line to gain. Let's see where the mark is. I think he's a yard short, Coach.
What an effort. Look at the speed. Look at the pressure. Crossley's right on his heels, and then there's a man in front of him. And he just has somehow eluded him and gets that close to the first down.
1 yard short. So the offense looks like will stay on the field for Scranton.
Well,
I think a timeout for Scranton might be coming. 10 seconds already on the play clock. They come up quickly. Big 4th down for the Knights. Maloney forward, nowhere to go. Flag comes in. Loss of 2. Good job by the Warrior. Front 5.
Holding. Offense number 8. Penalties declined. Wyoming Area's ball.
Huge.
Well, I think everybody in the stadium knew who was getting it.
Yeah.
They just couldn't convert.
And there was a hold on.
And guess who got him, Coach?
Mr. Crossley.
Mr. Crossley. Our 2 spotlight players going head-to-head. And that time, Crossley wins the battle, stopping Maloney short. So Wyoming Area takes over at their own 36-yard line. At the Scranton 36, excuse me. Crossley.
Oh.
Shedding tackles. Still on his feet. All the way down to the 21-yard line. 15 more for number 5.
Watch this straight arm. Oh, my gosh. Boom. Get out of my way. And he comes up, number 21, trying to make that hit on him. Alamonte. And I'll tell you what, they're going to be sore come tomorrow. Get those Whirlpool baths going for the Scranton defense.
Scranton up to Valley View next week. Not an easy game. Wyoming Area heads to Holy Redeemer on Saturday. Back to Crossley. Big lane for Aaron Crossley. A lot of Knights on the ground on that defensive front, and he easily takes it up for another figure law 1st down to the 6. 16 more for Aaron Crossley. They're inside the Kelly Mahindra red zone, and it's 1st and goal, Wyoming Area. Putting this one away.
They go ISO right, and Aaron Crossley with his great field of vision cuts back left for 16 yards. And he, rightly so, he looks a little tired, and he should be. I think, over 220 yards?
Oh, no, No, I'm going to add it up.
Oh, okay.
I think 250.
Okay.
Crosley again. Left side. Still on his feet. Aaron Crosley, one of the best in District 2, and showing why. Aaron Crosley, third touchdown of the night, 11 yards, and the Warriors up their lead.
Again, they go ISO right, he bounces it back left. And again, what I keep seeing is from both sides is that they're going for the strip on the ball. Again, I always coach them, you got to maintain the ball carrier first, then the second man in comes in for the strip.
Burke's PAT is good. And we'll take a quick timeout. We'll give you Crosley's numbers, and they're impressive, folks, on the other side. It's a happy homecoming here at Jake Soboski Stadium here in West Pittston. The Wyoming area fans will end this game happy, I'm sure. Their team looking to remain undefeated. And they have a big lead over Scranton now after Aaron Crosley scores one more again. East's kick is high and long. Coming up, Javin Sims, excuse me. We have another flag. Coach motioning in here.
Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt your thought or you're talking.
The Knights now have a hill to climb. No doubt, 7:54 left. Trailing in this game as we look at the kicker return again.
They set up a nice wall left towards their sideline, and that's where the flag comes in for the late hit out of bounds.
So Aaron Crosley, unofficially, 278 yards rushing tonight.
3 touchdowns, right?
Yes, and 3 touchdowns.
Hey, I'll tell you what, everyone, you just got a chance to see an incredible young man playing a great game, surrounded by a great offensive line. Everyone's doing their part. He plays great defense. Scranton, by no means, was a slouch game. This was a great game for them.
So let's see what the call is. Jim Gordon, our referee tonight. So personal foul, late hit on Wyoming area. And personal foul.
They're offsetting.
Offsetting.
Wow.
So obviously just 2 guys going at it on the sidelines, and they just called it both ways. Okay, now the Knights need to score quick. I mean, if they want to have any chance getting back in this one. The big 4th down chance they just had on their last possession failed. Wyoming area marched down the field, a short field again, just 36 yards. Crosley doing most of the damage in that. Should say all of the damage.
All the
Coach.
damage.
Yeah. So Maloney with time over the middle. 2 guys there, goes incomplete. Maloney takes a big hit after the fact. As big number 77 came in there, Tyler Reynolds, 280 pounds, fell on Maloney. The Wyoming area looking to remain undefeated, go to 6-0. Stay in our FNR top 10.
Officials timeout right now. I think they want to check to see if Maloney's okay.
Oh yeah, the referees, remember this is part of the concussion protocol, so Maloney has to go off. Coach Schumbris is kind of asking why. So here comes Connor Thomas, a sophomore, into the game with his team down.
You see Billy Maloney's like, what? And the officials have to err on the side of caution. They really do, because it's such a collision sport. It's not contact, it's collision. So, I understand Coach Schumbers' frustration on that.
Big blitz to get the shot. He's got some running room, and he's up to midfield, has a figure law first down. Good job by the sophomore, just finding Shadow over the middle,
well,
moving the chains.
Connor Thomas, 5'8", coming up against a 5'10", and he just slipped underneath of Crossley coming in from his middle linebacker spot on the blitz. It's a good heads-up play coming in late in the fourth quarter. Hey, we don't want much out of you. Just get a first down for us, and he did.
That's it, and he did.
Yeah.
So Maloney back in. Wyoming Area showing blitz. A middle again. They've owned that middle pretty much all night long.
This is where it's going to get chippy. This is where Scranton's got to maintain their composure. Wyoming Area has been known to talk a lot. I mean, they have a lot of confidence, and I understand, but they've got to play with composure.
Perez pulls it in, picks up about 5 yards. Clock still rolling here, 6:45 left in the game. Four wideouts there. Wyoming Area with the blitz. Crossley chasing Maloney. Maloney comes up, barely gets the ball away before going over the line of scrimmage. Somehow finds a receiver and a figure law first down.
Again, they're bringing pressure from the B gaps, and the quarterback's doing a great job. Watch this. All of a sudden, there's the two linebackers. He steps right up.
I think
it was over myself.
I think it was over too, but
that's why, again, they're hustling up to the ball, but the chains have already been moved.
Yeah,
we don't have replay.
Reese Whitman with the catch. So Maloney again, a little quick out. Almonte, the big 6'4" receiver, up inside the 15. Another first down for Scranton, 2 in a row.
And Scranton going no huddle.
Maloney, time being chased, somehow gets out again. Crossley has him by a jersey, and they blow the whistle. But he was escaping that as well.
We have two spotlight players. I mean, they are the keys to their team. Look at that. Pressure from the outside from 11. Hazinski coming in, and he eludes that. And Crossley just gets one paw on him, enough to allow the rest of the Warriors to come in and stop him.
Easily to say, we're probably seeing two of the top players in the district go head-to-head tonight. Easily.
Easily.
And you can see why on the field. 278 yards for Crossley, and Maloney doing it all types of ways. Whitman again, nice tackle from the back is Trustin Johnson, the sophomore, number 0.
Wow.
So 3rd and long now.
Well, we always tell our receivers, spin to the outside. Watch what he does, spins inside. And hello, Mr. Johnson just says, hello, thank you.
Time ticking, under 5 to play in this game. Maloney looking at his hand. Set up a middle screen. Chandler catches it, not much down there in blocking, so he's only able to get to the 12, and Scranton will call a timeout, their first of this second half. So on 4th down, Scranton with an option, and Maloney is feeling it tonight.
Bob, I know we can't give a player of the game to each team, but our two spotlight players, I mean, they've shown why they are the tops on each of their teams.
It's like Javon James is holding up Maloney at this point. I mean, he's giving it his all. Is Maloney. Competitor. That was what Randy Spencer called him. He compared him to Dom DeLuca. Probably one of the best players out of here.
And that's a compliment.
Not from a competition standpoint. They're both so competitive. They both want to win so much that we know what Dom DeLuca did as quarterback, led this team almost by himself to the state title, right?
Yes.
Maloney, very similar. And I think that's high praise from Randy Spencer.
It is. And again, when you're battling that week, you kind of don't say much because you don't want anything for the bulletin boards. But again, Coach Spencer has been around a long time. He's seen a lot of great players, and we see one in Billy Maloney.
So 4th down, Scranton over the middle, and that may be their last chance. No flags, goes incomplete, and the Wyoming Area takes over on downs, and more important, may shut down this Scranton team from any comeback bid.
You'll see that they just go with the pass play. Again, you see Shadow, and he'll look at the official saying that there was a contact. There wasn't. It was just, well played ball by the secondary from Wyoming Area.
So we need to pick some players of the game. I think we know who the first one's going to be, and it's going to be this guy who's adding on to his numbers. 278 and counting for Crosley. I'm going to give it to 44.
44. I was thinking, you know what?
For the blocking he's done tonight for Crosley.
For tonight and for every other game. That's awesome. I love that. I think that's great.
Luke Barhite didn't get a carry. He's a 5'11 senior, but he did a bunch of blocking for a guy who's near 300 yards rushing by himself. Crosley just adding on.
Well, Bob, you just said about number 44, and if we watch this replay, watch how he just eats up the fullback, 44. Barhite just comes in here and eats up number 18 in there. Boom! Just gets him, and he stays with the block. Not just hits him. He stayed with him, and it drives him out.
Crosley now 4 yards away unofficially for 300.
Wow, what a night.
He just picked up 10 and then 8 more, right?
Yes.
Or 6 more, I guess I should put. So first down, Warriors. The figure law first down for Crosley. We're moving the chains.
Aaron Crosley, I think with that carry, Bob, I think that did put him over the 300 mark. I mean, what a great night. But again, it's not just Aaron Crosley. It's not Barhite. It's those 5 guys up front getting it done. And they know if Crosley's successful, we're successful. It's kind of the win's a win. And I'm going to, Jalen Hurts is saying that too. I don't care about my stats as long as we're winning.
More from Crosley. Still more positive yards. I think one time he had a minus. That was it. If I remember from my notes, I think it was a long time ago in the second quarter. Because since then, it's been all number 5, and he's coming off to
well-deserved rest right now.
Well-deserved rest, holding probably everything in. He's giving it his all. No more carries for Aaron Crosley over the 300-yard mark tonight.
Maybe we'll see Barhart get 1 carry now.
That would be nice. Almost. This is actually Crane with a big hole. Getting a block from who? Number 44. So he goes up for 9, and now it's just a matter of time. Wyoming Area came out in the third quarter, took it down the field, and really closed this game off from any kind of chance Scranton might have had of coming back. 10-play drive on that. 57 yards, and that was 21-7 to score. The Knights made it interesting. They got within 8. And then Warriors and Crosley just did it again. So the toughest game so far of the season for the Warriors, you can check that off. It's a W. They'll move to 6-0 and head to Holy Redeemer next week. And in a couple weeks, they'll meet Southern Columbia right here as well. Scranton's going to fall to 4-2, and it doesn't get any easier for the Knights. They'll head to the Cougar Den next week to take on Valley View. Once in a while, Coach, we get our spotlight players dead on, and I think we hit a bullseye tonight.
We certainly did. You saw Billy Maloney giving everything he has on offense, defense, special teams. Aaron Crosley, offensively, defensively, doing what he has to do to help this Warrior Nation maintain that undefeated season.
Last play of the game. So in the series, Wyoming Area takes a 2-1 advantage, and they reverse what happened last year up at Memorial Stadium. It's a big win for Wyoming Area. The final is going to be 35-19. No comeback bid for Scranton this time, and boy, they did try.
They really did, and that's what was Coach Spencer was leery about, that he knew that this team will not just roll over and stop playing. They're going to go at it all the way to the, as we proverbially say, the fat lady sings. So congratulations to Wyoming Area, and I'll tell you, Scranton, they've got an uphill battle with their schedule, but you know what? They're going to just keep building on it.
Well, you have one of the showcase players in the region, and he can carry you a long way if needed, as will Aaron Crosley. The alma mater being sung here after a big win at homecoming for Wyoming Area. They're partying in the streets on this side of the Susquehanna. We're going to have our players of the game brought to you by Manuka Subaru shortly. And Amanda is down with them. And let's go to her right now. And Aaron Crosley, over 300 yards. Amanda.
Aaron, congratulations. Over 300 yards tonight. Take me through that. How good does this victory feel? Move on and undefeated still.
It feels great to beat a team like that. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do this anything without the O-line. They're the ones that made that happen. I didn't do it myself. I didn't get touched to the second level almost every play, so thank God for them.
And Luke, blocking for you. What did that feel like out there tonight?
It felt amazing. The O-line, they were making them holes, making it easier for me to hit and making for him to run through. That was a good-ass game. Whoa.
All right.
Good game. Good game.
Another, you have a couple games coming up. How do you take the momentum from tonight and use it moving forward?
I mean, every week we're bringing the momentum up and up. We're bringing it. We're bringing it. We're going every single week from week one. We're taking receipts of what happened last year. They wrote us up, but we ain't right back.
Is this a game that you can gauge where you're at so far in the season?
Yeah, I hope that every other district team can see this game and be like, wow, the Warriors are for real. It's not like last year. This is a whole different team. You guys better watch out.
And what's the goal for the Warriors this year?
We're getting some ice on our fingers.
Some congratulations, guys. Good luck with the rest of your year.
Respect to Scranton High. They put up a great game. Great game. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Back to you.
Hey, no harm, no foul for Luke. No problem.
That's all right.
Big win. Big win for them. They get the Friday Night Rivals plaque. And their goals are big here. They win a state title, and that's what championship teams strive to be.
Yep.
They're going to have a tough time in districts, though. Dallas, Valley View, Crestwood, North Pocono, Wallenpaupack, all going to be right there. Every game is going to be a tough one like tonight in districts. But first, they got a couple more games left in their regular season.
They do, and they've got Holy Redeemer next week, and I think Coach Spencer, you talked to him earlier in the week, and he really would like to try to get the league realigned for himself, so that way, week in and week out, they might have better competition. So to get them ready for that state run each year.
Absolutely. So a big win at homecoming here in West Pittston for Wyoming Area, our 6th-ranked team in the Friday Night Rivals Top 10 Countdown. They have a big win over a bigger school. The final, once again, 35-19. Next week, we head to Moscow as Wallenpaupack takes on the Trojans, a big 4A game, and we'll be on the air, Jan and I, up in Moscow next week.
Next week, yes.
Yep, North Pocono taking on Wallenpaupack. We'll be on the air once again at 7 o'clock. So a lot of interviews and a lot of talking going on for Wyoming Area. They make a statement here tonight. They beat the Knights pretty big. The final, once again, 35-19. So for the entire Fox 56 sports crew, for Amanda Kuhl, Jan Cechak, this is Bob Ide saying so long from West Pittston.
You're watching Manuka Subaru Friday Night Rivals, sponsored by USA Metal Roofs on MyTV WQMY.